doing a lateral resisted squat. One thing to know about the squatting pattern is that your hips, knees, and feet need to be moving in the same direction at all times. It's called hip, knee, and foot alignment. Upon initial assessment, it was found that our client shifts their weight to one side of their body while they're squatting, therefore invalidating their hip, knee, and foot alignment. As you can see, my hip is outside of my knee, which is outside of my foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the band to cause lateral resistance, pulling that hip further onto that side. It may seem counterintuitive, however, the increased tension is going to trick the body into compensating back towards the middle, therefore correcting the motor pattern and making that neural pathway ingrained. So as you can see, we've got a band set up, anchored to a rack. Not too much tension, just enough tension to provide a little bit of external feedback to the body, again pulling me towards the side that I shift to. There's three things you want to keep in mind when you're squatting. Number one, we've talked about, it's that hip, knee, and foot alignment. You want them all to be traveling in the same direction. Number two, you want to make sure you're controlling where your low back is going. You're not flexing or extending. You'll see that from the side and from the back. Number three is you want to make sure you're putting midfoot pressure into the floor, so you're not rolling back onto your heels or up onto your toes. You're pushing through the middle of your foot. I'm going to do 3 reps, and I'll draw your attention towards those 3 key features while we're going. So that's a good rep. Again, I'm staying in the middle of the band, pulling me to the side. I'm keeping my weight of my body in the middle of my foot, therefore correcting that hip shift. Incorrectly, if I come down and my legs make a letter A, that's no good. We have improper hip, knee, and foot alignment. If I shift too far over to the side, there's no back control there, and also no hip, knee, and foot alignment. And finally, if I rock back onto my heels or up onto my toes, so my heels come off the ground, I've invalidated that midfoot pressure. So once these 3 things are maintained, we can do 3 good reps, getting all the way up to the top, and again, using the band for that external feedback. So in this angle, I want to direct your attention to what my low back is doing, and as well as what my feet are doing, because you'll be able to see those 2 things moving improperly once I demonstrate. So again, we're going to maintain a neutral spine, which means the back is going to be flat. We're going to sit ourselves down to about a 90-degree knee bend, and then come all the way to the top. If I do this incorrectly and I don't control my low back, it might look like this. You'll notice how my back makes a kind of C shape, or if I hyperextend, it looks like this, and my back makes a C shape, except it's the other way. Now pay attention to my feet. If I come down and I rock up onto my toes, that's not midfoot pressure anymore, that's forefoot pressure, and we want to avoid that. Conversely, if I rock back onto my heels and my toes come off the ground, that's not midfoot pressure either. So midfoot pressure to the fore, hip, knee, and foot alignment, back is controlled, coming down for 3 good reps. 2, 3.
This is a view of the lateral resisted squat from the back. Notice the proper hip, knee, and foot alignment demonstrated here. This demonstrates hip shift to the left and to the right. Notice the heels coming off the ground, and notice the toes coming off the ground.
So why would we use an elastic band during the squatting movement as opposed to just doing a squat? Well, if you don't use the band and you don't have that external feedback pulling your hips where they need to go, your body doesn't know what it's supposed to do, so it's going to act like it's always done. Meaning, it's going to shift to that one side and keep invalidating that key feature and ingraining that bad movement pattern, which we don't want. So, by using the band for external resistance, it's causing the body to create a new motor pattern and a new motor challenge, therefore ingraining a proper movement pattern, keeping that hip, knee, and foot alignment. Great thing about a band is if you don't have a rack, you can use a practitioner. A practitioner can anchor the band themselves, and they can hold the band, add more tension, add less tension, according to how severe the hip shift is and what kind of adaptation they would like to drive. And, as you can see, if we're solo, you can anchor the band to the rack and just walk around to find the appropriate amount of tension that you need to do. So that's why you use an elastic or band for the lateral resisted squat as opposed to just doing a free weight bodyweight squat.